everyone. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about showing up. And one of the things is, as an image strategist, what I don't want to do is I don't want to hinder people or hinder you from showing up for yourself and for your audience because you don't have the right clothes or the right makeup or anything of that nature. Because I talk about image, I also talk about and discuss as well just showing up and what is causing you from not showing up. So what I had planned to talk about today, which was about branding and that you're a personal brand, I decided to change it up a little bit because over the past week or so, I have seen live streams, and one of the live streams was talking about is it still a good thing to do video live stream? Is it still important? And yes, it is. And one of the points that the person made was about how you look and what you wear. And it got me to thinking that even though I am an image strategist and I do help you to look and feel your best, and it does help you pivot you for success in the long haul and should definitely be a part of your brand, and it should definitely help elevate and enhance your brand and speak your brand in a non-verbal way. It's also, I want to come on to say that it's just a small piece of that I do, because last week I talked about there are three parts to making your your personal brand as a whole. And what I do is it's just a small fraction, like a third of the piece of the bigger picture. And so I just want you to say, because I have been in this situation, I have been in your shoes, and I still am in your shoes, and I'm still fighting it every step of the way. Because look at me here on video today. My hair is a complete mess. I went to the gym this morning. I can't get my hair done until next week because I'm going out of town and was supposed to be doing something last week, so I wasn't able to do it. So I've had to literally pull all of my hair back into, hopefully it hides, my grays and my tracks that I have, to cover those, and had to pull everything back, had to throw on a little bit of makeup, because for me, I don't like coming on camera because I still feel that I'm a little pale, so need something just to zhuzh me up with a little bit of foundation. Threw on the shirt. Oh, and I just realized I don't even have on any jewelry or anything, so I'm really just showing up as my authentic self. And that is a part of the biggest piece of creating and building your personal brand. You don't want to don't want to put a ton of thought and effort into this, because as entrepreneurs and side hustlers, we do have other things that we have to focus on, and this is just a small piece. And I always like to say this should be the fun piece that allows you to dream and fantasize and create and discover who you are as a person, and discover how best clothing will reflect that. So one of the things the points I wanted to talk to you about today is I wanted to tell you a little story about me. So for all of you who don't know, my name is Tiffany, and for the past year and a half, well actually let me go back, probably since 2015, I have had this idea I got the idea in mind of starting a business. And one of the things was going on and becoming a blogger. And with becoming a blogger, it started out okay, but I would start and I would stop. And a lot of this has to do also with trusting myself and being confident in myself. So I figured out how to do that, but I would start and stop. One of the biggest things that has held me back over the past few years, and especially the past year and a half with going on video, was how I looked. And I always felt, I don't know how to do my makeup. I don't have anything proper, I guess you could say, to wear on when I show up on camera. Do I wear my glasses, or do I wear my contacts? What jewelry do I wear? I always thought that this was this huge production that I need to go through in order for me to show up on live stream, and just to show up, not just on live stream, but just to show up in general. I've always considered myself a plain Jane. There's nothing really special about me or anything of that nature. But at the same time, as I'm going through my mindset shifts and changes, because literally, believe it or not, how you dress and your image is all a part of mindset work as well. Because now you're forcing yourself to sit down and figure out exactly how do I want to look, who am I, how do I want people to feel when they meet me, and what words best describe me as a personal brand. So there are a few things that happened, and I want to go over a few of them today. Number one, I was wasting my time on worrying about what other people think. I thought, of course, out of the obvious, no one's going to listen, no one's going to show up, no one's going to take me serious, just to name a few. But also at the same time, it was, well, they're not going to take me serious because I don't look like an image strategist. They're not going to take me serious because even though I know what I'm talking about and I have all these years in corporate America and I do understand the importance of dressing and why it's important and why it's a valuable asset to your greater picture of your personal brand, no one's going to believe a word that I have to say. But then as I started looking and watching different videos and watching people, I realized everybody was just, the biggest thing is that you're showing up as yourself. And if we're worrying about what other people think, they're not doing what you're doing anyway. And I know if I worried about what other people think, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I would literally be eating lunch, watching the stories, during my lunch break before it's time to go back to work, right? But I had to learn that I have to get out of my own way and I have to learn to still put myself out there no matter how scared I am, no matter how fearful I am. I still have to put myself out there because if I worry about what other people think, I'll never get anywhere and I'll never move forward. I can never worry about what other people think I look like because guess what? That's not my issue, that's their issue. And there's a bigger picture than just it being about me and what I think. Number two is your audience is waiting for you to show up for them. We were given our thoughts and these ideas that I believe that God gave them to me. And I believe that I'm supposed to be out here. I remember when I moved here to Charlotte almost 10 years ago, the first thing that popped in my head was I was here to help women look and feel their best, but I didn't know quite exactly what that meant or how I would do that. Is it to be for them to look and feel their best showing up on social media? Never thought about it being dressing and clothes and style and image or anything of that nature until, because that was 2012, until maybe 3 to 4 years after the fact. So, as I'm doing this, my audience is waiting for me. And even though I'm still trying to figure it out, just like everybody else, I am still learning that I have to show up because somewhere out in this world, there are hundreds and millions of highly visible working professionals who are waiting for me to help them and educate them on how their look, who they are probably similar to me, standing in the background, not knowing how to stand up and maybe present themselves in a way that they've always thought of when it comes to how dressed. You know, we're the type of individuals who we see everybody else look nice, we see everybody else look put together and thinking, you know what, I don't think I can pull that off or do that. And sometimes that is true because you're looking at somebody else's style and not looking at your own. And we can't let that even hinder us either. We have to show up like I did today. I don't have anything fancy on except I may be trying to hide my bra strap. I don't have anything fancy on. I just showed up as my true authentic self and hoping that my words will resonate with someone, will resonate with you out there who are watching and who will be watching the replay later on to say, you know what, she's absolutely right, that I still have to show up. And showing up for your audience is something simple as throwing on a top, doing something with your hair like I did today. I just pulled it back, added a little lip gloss on. And I'm trying to also get out of the habit of having to show up a certain way to, how could I say it? I'm trying, you have to get away from putting on this facade and just show up for your audience as your true authentic self, because guess what? They are waiting for you, and being your true authentic self is what is going to gravitate. That's how they will gravitate towards you for your message. You also have to worry about, it's a huge, great, bigger picture than what we think. And I know that it can be scary. I know that it could be daunting. I know it could be fearful, and it's going to possibly stop you from hitting the go live button or even pressing record on a video. And for me, the easiest way that I eased into this was actually doing audio by doing the podcast, the Everyday Icon podcast. And with the podcast, I was able actually to become comfortable with what I was saying, how I was talking, because I've never really liked my voice on video or on camera. So I had to start learning how to kind of ease into it, to find my voice, so to speak. And then eventually now, after about maybe a year and a half, I'm finally comfortable enough now to where, you know what, I can show up on video. I can show up whether it's a live stream or whether it's a YouTube video. I can show up because it is so much bigger and it's so much greater than just me. And what I'm here to do is, one, to help you articulate your personal brand and build that to reflect what it is you want to project, and also to be that person and to be that beacon that understands the difficulties and how hard it is for you to stand up, put on an outfit that gets you noticed, because for so long we have always been in the background and we have become so comfortable there that our dreams that we've been given to by God, we cannot present that unless we show up, and we have to share that with the world and with the audience that is waiting for us, so that they can say, hey, you know what, she's helpful. I can go, she understands what I'm feeling and what I'm saying. We can't do that unless we show up. And last but not least, I would also like to say that it's showing up for you. We are never going to know what we can or cannot do unless we try it. I'm a person where I will actually say, I live in my head. So I have all these ideas, all these great thoughts. I can see myself in my head as this person of influence, this person who is helping hundreds of women bring out their confidence and boost their confidence through how they dress, so that when they get up on stage or when they get on live stream or when they're in front of a potential client to sell a house, that they can do it confidently, and knowing that, one, they look good, which also makes them know that they feel good as well. But it's also about feeling good for you and showing yourself that you can do it. We're never going to know what we can or can't do if we don't try. And guess what? If that doesn't work, then guess what? Then we have to pivot to do something else. And if that doesn't work, then we can pivot to do something else. And also at the same time, figure out what it is that is holding us back, and what is stopping me from building and creating an image and a personal brand through wardrobe that is going to help elevate me and my success and position me in such a way that maybe money can't do, that people can't do, because at the end of the day, they're going to see just you, and they're going to see just me. So I wanted to come on and just share my thoughts after watching a few live streams last week and this week on my thoughts. So I will probably next week come back on and go live again, probably starting once a week, and really be able to resonate, because I am going to practice what I preach. And that is showing up for you so that you become aware of who I am, for you to get to know me, show you what I can do and offer, and serve you in any way that I can with helping you bring your wardrobe and your personal brand through style and help you elevate that so that you can position yourself and no longer be in the background and people begin to take notice of you. Because the thing is, we can do the work, but we're just missing that one little piece that we need that may just help you catapult you to where you need to go and where you need to be. So I hope that this was helpful, and if it was, please let me know in the comments below or in the DM if you're on Instagram. And to stay connected with me, in my bio on Instagram and in the title of this live stream here, I have placed a link for my resources. I have a closet organization guide and a wardrobe checklist. Sign up for them so you can be in the know. I send emails out bi-weekly, monthly basis so that we can stay connected. I can learn about you and your needs and what you need, and vice versa. So with all that being said, have an amazing rest of your day. Have an amazing rest of the week. Take care, stay safe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, guys.